All right, good morning, grunts. Got another one for you this morning. If you're not too familiar, I've done the Am I the Asshole before. I see these on social media, so I pull them off and I see if I see one worth doing a video on, I'll do it. So here's one that's worth putting out a video. This is something that a lot of people are pretty familiar with. It's dealing with parasites. Okay, so here, let's get after it. It's titled, Am I the Asshole for Not Giving My Brother Money for Rent After My Mom Shamed Me for Prioritizing My Own Family? I, 28 female, have 2 kids, 3 and 7, and a husband, 30 male. We're doing our best to stay on top of things financially, but it's hard. Yep, I get it. I was a newlywed at one time. I'm not saying these two are newlyweds, but they've probably been married, a handful of years now. Probably 5, 6, 7 years, having 2 kids that young. So I get it. We both work full-time and we're saving for the future, paying off debt, and just trying to make sure our kids have everything they need. The last few years have been a struggle, but we're getting there. A few hours ago, my brother, mid-20s, called me and he asked me to lend him $4,500 for his rent because he's behind on payments. He's been struggling financially for a while now because of poor spending habits, and now he's in danger of being evicted. He said his life would fall apart if I didn't help. I told him I couldn't. We're not in a position to throw around that kind of money, especially since I have my own family to take care of. Plus, he's been asking for help like this for years, so essentially, guys, he's proven to be a career parasite. And I just don't think it's right to keep bailing him out. And you're right. You don't have to bail him out. It's not your responsibility. Moving on here. Later, my mom called me in really late into me. She said I was being selfish and that family comes first. She told me I could always rebuild my savings later and that I should help my brother because he's in a crisis. She told me I could always, she even said, don't you want to show your kids what family is supposed to be? That's the kind of example you should be setting. She accused me of choosing my own family over him and said I need to grow up and be there for your brother when he needs you. Now, she doesn't speak to me, but is telling other relatives that I'm heartless and unsupportive. They themselves are telling me that she is calling around saying that. Well, yeah, there's the blame and shame tactics. That's the norm. And to finish, my husband is fully on my side, as he should be, but I feel like I'm being torn apart by the guilt for my mom and brother. There you have it. Let's talk about it and get on the road. I'm heading up north there to see family. Got my brother and his wife and kid from Colorado up visiting my mom up north, so that's where I'm headed for a good part of the day. But let's hash this video out. Let's talk about why we don't have to bail out our siblings or our parents or other people for that matter that are physically capable and more than likely mentally capable of taking care of themselves without the help or need from others. So as I get on the highway here, we'll get after it. So essentially what's going on here is this young woman has a younger brother. She said mid-20s, so I'm going to guess anywhere from 24 to 26. He's in what I would like to call, he is within his building years of 18 to 30. So more than likely this kid had partied his building years away. Like we always say, women party their childbearing years away, their best years away. It'd be anywhere from 18 to 30 for women. Well, yeah, 18 to 30 for women is their fertile years. They're the years where they're the best looking, they're the most attractive. For a man, 18 to 30 is years that he's got to build his life. He's trying to build value. Those are the years where he's building value. He's either going to college, he's either joined the military, he's either going to trade school, he's or straight entering in the workforce and working his way up from there. And so the deal is with this situation is he somehow missed the memo that, hey, you're a man, you need to be creating value instead of fucking off and then relying on other people to bail you out when you need to be bailed out. So that's the problem that this young woman is facing right here. She's got a little brother that just somehow missed the memo of building his years, building his life. And then on the other side of that, she's got her mother shaming her for not bailing him out. You know, that's not her responsibility to do that. You know, that's her brother's responsibility to make sure he is sovereign from the family, sovereign from, you know, mom, and if dad's in the picture, he's sovereign from dad, and he's definitely sovereign from big sis. Okay. I live my life like the airline safety briefing. So if anyone's flown before, you probably remember that when you taxi down toward the runway, you know, the flight attendants stand up and they give you the safety briefing. One of the things they talk about is when you lose cabin air pressure, oxygen mask will drop down from the ceiling. You are supposed to put your mask on first before you help the person to your left and right. And guys, that's how I choose to live my life. Like I said, I'm the kind of guy that would give the shirt off my back to someone who needed it, but I'm only going to do it once. I'm not going to do it twice, 3 times, 4, 5, whatever. Because I understand that, you know, you could tell when a person is a parasite. They're always needing help for something. They're always calling you, hey, can you help me with this? They're the kind of person that they won't call you and say, hey man, how you doing today? You know, you want to go hang out? Or they're always calling you and say, oh, can you give me a ride to here? Or can I borrow $50 for gas? That's a parasite. And this poor woman is torn both ends by a brother that just can't figure out that he's got to do this on his own, and a mother that's like, well, and essentially her mom has given up on him because she's like, well, I ain't gonna help him, but now since you're his older sister, it's your turn to help out your little brother. Essentially, I'm done helping out. And so, but yeah, guys, I'm here to tell you, your family's problems are not yours. So if you've got a sibling, or even your parents, I mean, even parents make bad financial decisions, just like your little brother just made poor financial decisions, poor money management, what have you. That's put him in a position where he's got to always ask and beg for money to keep living. And I'm here to tell you guys, that is not your responsibility to do that. Especially if you're trying to live a table for one lifestyle, you definitely don't need to have those kind of people in your life. Even if it's a family member, you can cut them out. You can cease communication. You can cut them off. You know, you don't have to talk to them. You don't owe them anything. Especially, you know, if you're a young married couple, like this couple is 28 and 30, got young kids, their sole responsibilities to each other and their kids. And that's it. They don't owe her little brother anything. They don't owe anybody else anything, but they owe it to each other and their kids. So keep that in mind, guys. That's all I got today. I just want to hash this video out. If you want to talk about it some more, or have any questions, comments, or concerns, you can email me. I'll have my email address in the description of the video. Plus, I'll have it throughout the video at the bottom of the screen. So until next time, guys, have a great day, and toodles.